Hi, welcome to Never Stop Trucking. Today we are talking about owner operators. If you are about to become an owner operator, if you're thinking about getting your own truck, then this video is for you. I will explain in this video what kind of business structures you can have as far as having your MC number or being leased onto someone and ways, ups and downsides of going a certain way. So there are three things that you can have when owner operator. First thing is the way to get your own truck. The way to become an owner operator is to get leased onto someone, and that's what I don't recommend. I made a few videos about that. I'll talk about it a little bit here, why you shouldn't do it. The second way is to have your own authority and run your own loads, all right? And that's probably the best thing to do. And the third way is to being leased on to someone that has their own authority, but you still have your own truck. You bought it with your own money, but you're just being leased on to them, and they're taking the percentage from your load, and that's also a good way to go. It depends on what you want. All right. So let's start with the first thing, the one that I don't like at all, and that's being leased onto someone with their own truck. So that means you're going to get their own truck. Let's say you are a company driver and you have been dreaming of having your own truck, being an owner operator. And the company that you work for, or maybe another company that you found somewhere, is offering you a lease to purchase program, like no money down and small payments, and have your own truck in 2 years, like after you pay it off and being your own boss. But in reality, that's really not true. Most likely, you will never pay that truck off. Most likely, you will never get the truck because you cannot make any money that way. And most of these companies, unfortunately, know that. All right, these trucking companies. So what happens is that you will get the truck. They will tell you, okay, well, like maybe this truck. Let's say this truck is worth $100,000. Okay, if you do your calculations and you multiply those payments by the number of the weeks that because usually they will charge you every week, then you will find out that this truck you will pay this truck maybe like 120 to like $150,000. It's not going to be 100,000 because you will pay them more. Okay, well, let's say you get a loan from a bank, you will have interest, so at the end you will also pay more. Okay, but it's not going to be that much more. So that's the first thing. You're going to be paying a lot more than the truck is worth. All right. The second thing, most likely they will take a big percentage from your load. Let's say usually if they have an owner operator that has their own truck, they will do one rate. Let's say they're going to do 12%. All right, from the load, they're going to charge a dispatching fee. But if you're leasing that truck from them, they will say, well, maybe 14 or 15. They're going to charge you 14 or 15 from the load. Okay, so that's most likely what's going to happen. The second thing is that you will have a big payment every week. Like when you buy your own truck, even if you go traditionally through a bank, you will have a payment, maybe like 1,000 to like a couple of $1,000 or less. I don't know. Like depends on how much your truck was, and that's going to be a month. Here, you will probably have like $500-600 each week. All right, and no matter if you drive, and we'll get to that. No matter if you drive or not, then they will deduct it from your check. Then also, if you're getting into this program, that might mean that you don't have a lot of cash because maybe you didn't have a lot of cash to put money down through a bank, or you're just starting, you're getting your feet onto the ground. Let's say you have a big repair and it's like $5,000, and you're like, well, I can't pay that. and you ask them, hey guys, can you pay for me, and then you can deduct it from my check. And that happens a lot. That happens all the time. They will say, okay, I will do it. So they will pay for it now. Every week they will charge you for that repair. They're gonna charge like $200, $300, $500 every week. Then you will have your percentage, you will have your insurance, you will have your trailer, all kinds of things. So at the end, especially if we have a bad market times right now, at the end, your paycheck might be like $1,000, and you're gonna have your own truck, and you're gonna be working every week because you have to. If you don't work for 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, all those charges, you will have double or triple charges on your next paycheck, and you will not even get a paycheck. You will owe the money. Your check after, like if you take like 3 weeks off, your check will be like minus $500. So you will owe them. And the next check, they will take it off. So you will not get a check for like 2 months that way. Okay. I hope you understand this, because I'm not making this up. This is a real thing. So you can't win. You can't win here. And you will just tell them, hey, guys, here's your truck back. I'm going to go back to being company driver. I will make way more money and have a way less headache as a company driver. So don't do it. Don't do lease to purchase. Next thing is to have your own MC number. And it's not hard if you have your own truck. It's really not hard to get an MC number. You can even dispatch yourself, or you can have someone like your family member that can find you loads, and that's like 3, 4, 5 loads a week. It's not a lot, okay? So you can find them yourselves on load boards, or you can ask your son or daughter or wife or husband to look for loads for you or help you. Like not all the time. Maybe when they're at home, they can help you a little bit, and when you're picking up or delivering, you can look for loads. And with time, you will get to know brokers and be able to book your own loads. In the beginning, it will be hard because you have a new MC number. Most brokers will not work with you. After 3 months or so, then you will have more brokers to choose from. And like in the beginning, you can work with C.H. Robinson, TKL. I know they're not perfect, but at least it's something. And 3 months go fast. They go, it's not that bad. Everyone had to start at one point, and most people made it, and you can make it too. So this way you're saving money on the dispatching fee. You're not paying 10 to 15% to a company if you're leased on to someone. You can choose your own insurance. You can choose your own expenses. You can choose your own loads. So you have the biggest freedom this way. You're free from everything. You have your own company, but then also there is a bigger liability if you have your own MC number, because everything you do on the road goes on your safety record, on your company safety record. So if you get a first inspection, for example, you didn't have any inspections, and you get a first inspection, for some reason you get placed out of service, then that's like you get 100% out of service rate, and that's really not good. The brokers will not want to work with you. So you have to be very careful as far as safety goes. All right. If you're leased onto someone with your own truck, everything goes on their safety record. All right. So for you, that's much easier. Also, if the brokers don't pay you, or maybe you have to have a factoring company, and then that's another expense for you. But if you don't want to go with a factoring company, if you want the brokers to pay you directly, and that's how I was in the beginning doing with my own company for 2 years. So I didn't have a factoring company. If the brokers pay you directly, that's the best way to do. It's like you're saving the most money. You're getting paid. You're not. You don't have a contracted factoring company. You don't owe them anything. All right, and they don't own your. They don't have a like they will put a lien on your company, a factoring company. So they have a lien on your company if you go with them. But if you don't, if the brokers pay you directly, that's the biggest freedom. But then let's say you work for one broker. You do 10 loads, all of a sudden that broker decides not to pay you for any reason, all right, and that can happen. If let's say there is a claim on one of the loads, they're not going to pay you, especially if the insurance doesn't want to pay that claim. then they will not pay you any of the loads. All right, you have to go after them. If the broker goes out of business, they go bankrupt, something happens, and they owe you tens of thousands of dollars, then for you it's bad, you know. There's a risk. There's a big risk when you're having your own authority, but that's also the biggest freedom, and you can make potentially more money. If you want to be really safe and you're not a guy that likes to take risk and like own their own trucking authority, because there's a lot of permits and a lot of regulations involved that you have to know and follow, then a good thing for you maybe to get on at least on to someone with your own truck. Let's say there's a local. I would also go with local companies. I would not go with these big companies that have hundreds and thousands of trucks to get a lease onto them. I would find someone that's local, research, go out to like 4 or 5 of them, talk to them, talk to their drivers, look at the reviews, your gut feeling about them, and then get a lease on to someone. They will, so that's a big thing. They will charge you a percentage, like I don't know, like 10 to 15% of the load, but they take care of safety issues of the payments. Brokers pay them. All right, so they pay you no matter if the broker pays them or not, no matter if they have a factoring company or not, they pay you directly, and then every week you have a paycheck. They take care of the insurance. Maybe they have even a trailer if you don't have your own. So you don't have to worry about a lot of these things. The only thing you have to worry about is driving, and that's all you have to do. Like, they will offer you loads, they will look for loads for you, and you will have most likely a dispatcher. All right. So this is something for someone that does not want a big liability. It does not want to worry about things. At the end, also, I didn't mention, when you have your own authority, you can also go with an independent dispatcher. All right. There's a lot of independent dispatchers out there, but make sure you go with someone that knows what they're doing, and with someone that's not going to be promising you a lot of things. For example, right now, an owner operator driver can maybe make like $5,000 a week, a little bit less or more, but then they will promise you $10,000. So that, don't go with them, or someone that has like 20 dispatchers. Go with a guy that has that's working by him or by herself, like someone that you can get to know personally, and that's someone that's going to be actually dispatching you, not like someone that has like 20 or 30 dispatchers, and they have no idea what they're doing. To them, a load is just something on the screen, and they don't understand the trucking industry. All right, it would be perfect if this was someone that has a lot of experience, maybe a former driver as well. Okay, so that's my advice to you if you're about to become an owner operator. Thanks for watching, and check out other videos on this channel and the website neverstoptruck.in. I see you guys around.